Hello, everyone. This is RexRed. I am back. This is Ez3DTv, and we are live in the studio today. I know it's late, and it's actually 11:11. We are going to be broadcasting live tonight. We're going into a couple of topics. One of them is going to be trying to simplify character conversion, okay? Because everybody is wanting to convert their characters to Genesis 9. Why? Well, we're going to discuss that. How? We're going to discuss that. And when to do it, and to what extent. We're going to try to make that all as simple as possible so that you kind of know what to do, okay? Now, there are many options for character conversion, and the option that I prefer is actually one that utilizes using morphs on Genesis 9, okay, where you don't convert the whole character, the shell and everything, and it's like you've got a Genesis 8 figure in the scene, and you run a script, and suddenly that figure is Genesis 9. It's a lot simpler than that, and really what happens is if you do that, if you convert your figures like to Genesis 9, there are still going to be issues with them, and eye issues, texture issues, and then and so what's the quick and easy way to do it, and when do you do it? Why should you do it? Okay, let's start with the quick and easy way, okay? And that is in the Daz store. Let's try opening this again and see if we can get to the Daz store without... Welcome, people. Welcome. It is late. You are back. Wonderful, wonderful, dear friend. Okay, we are... Now, it says here that there's a 4-hour sale. Okay, it's something I haven't had a chance to look at. Okay, flash sale, 4 hours only. Grab a bundle. This guard bundle, I think I already own these bundles. 17. Okay, I can't afford these right now anyway. So even at 50% off, what was the sale? 4 hours. Okay, only what? How much? 47% off. Choose one bundle for $4.99 for $5.99. Let's see. Grab a bundle. Okay, let's see. I think I own like the majority of these things. Okay, this one, Warrior bundle, Luther Bells. Okay, see, if I don't own the bundle, I own like the clothes. So yeah, see, I don't own this, but I think I'm all set. What we're gonna look for is character. It's not. It's figure converter, okay? And so it's not character converter, okay? It's figure converter. Now, there are other methods for converting your figures. This is the one I suggest, okay? Because what it does is this is still kind of convoluted how this works, okay? But currently there is a problem with figure converter, okay? And most people would not experience this problem with figure converter, but if you try to use it, Daz will crash, okay? And I have already reported this problem to Daz Studio, and they are in the process. Well, I think that maybe they've read because I just reported it yesterday and detailed it out, okay? But when you have a product called Typey 3D installed on your computer for Genesis, for Windows, this one for Windows version, And what this does is it gives you text in Dash Studio. It's a lovely program. I fully recommend purchasing this, okay? But if this is installed in your DAZ library, this will crash when you go to convert, okay? So what you do is you, if you want to convert, we got an update here for low poly figures. Let's do that. So you go into your installed items, you search for Typey 3D, and if you own the product, you just uninstall it. And then I go into this ready to install. I right click on it and I hide it, okay, so it won't install again until I'm ready. If I need 3D text, which I thought I might have actually needed it today, but if I need 3D text, I will come in, install it, use it, then go and uninstall it again. Okay, now this figure converter, okay, think about your Genesis 8 and 8.1 figures. Now you might want to include also your Genesis 3, Genesis 2, and Genesis figures, okay? But let's just let's talk about Genesis 8 figures, bringing Genesis 8 figures into Genesis 9, okay? Well, there are three major aspects to bringing them in, okay? And one of them is the shape, okay? So like if you have Colin, your Colin figure, or let's just go here and let's go to our figures and let's take a look at Genesis 8 figures, okay? And the thing about these figures is they have a body shape and a head shape, okay? They're separate, okay? Now, okay, let's take a look here at, say, Michael, okay? Michael, there's his head shape, okay? And he also has a body shape, okay? And the figures, okay, default, okay? And we go into here and you can see, and so when you let's put Michael into the scene, all right, or one of these Genesis 8 figures, okay? Let's just find any Genesis 8 figure, okay? And I think I'm going to bring Sebastian in, SEBAS, because Sebastian has a kind of issue that I want to exemplify, okay? And that has to do with the Genesis 8 skin, okay? Versus the Genesis 9 skin. And as you can see, Sebastian is just beautiful. His skin, he comes in and his face looks beautiful. His skin looks really natural. It doesn't look red. It looks really, really nice. He's got a little bit of stubble here. His eyes, he's a beautiful character. His eyebrows are, they're nice, but they kind of look a little bit fake, okay? It's just now, and he also has this beard that he comes in with, all right? And if you know, but what I'm going to show you now is something about him, about his hands, okay? And what we're going to do is put some pants on him. We'll go to favorite, quick close, Genesis 8 male. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, cancel. We'll take the pants off. And we'll try again, Sebastian. We have to select Sebastian. Favorites, quick close, pants. Okay, there we go. And now it's the hands, okay? That these hands, when you get up close to them, all right, look at them, okay? They don't look real, okay? It's just so yes, Sebastian, when you kind of... And the thing is what if the hand is kind of up close in your image, okay? The hands, like if they're reaching out like this, and you convert his skin to Genesis 9, you're going to get that. And you don't want that. You don't want that. And for some reason, Genesis 9 hand skin is better. And let's take a look. Let's bring now a Genesis 9 figure, and we'll bring one of our. Now, I'm not saying that's the case with every Genesis 8 figure, but I'm saying that that's enough of them to kind of create a rub, because when you take all the time to convert that skin, and the thing is that when you, the only way to use a Genesis 8 skin on a Genesis 9 figure, okay, is we'll bring in the Genesis, and we take a look here at his eyes, okay, and you see there's something kind of odd about his eyes too. Notice how they put this kind of red ring around his eyes, okay? Well, that's going to come in and show in your image too. So, but there's beautiful, there's some nice pores work. His skin isn't horrible, but it's not good enough for portraits, close up, things like that, unless you take it into Photoshop and completely. Now the shape, okay, his shape, that's a whole other thing, okay? So, I mean, the shape, there's nothing wrong with his shape and his body shape, okay? This would be something that would be really nice to bring and put it on a Genesis 9 figure. So that's what I suggest you do, okay? Is that you bring his shape, if you want to use Sebastian or any other Genesis 8 or 8.1 figure, okay? You bring them into Genesis 9. You take the morph. You convert the morph. You save this morph of the body and the head, and you use this program here to do it. And what this program does is it selects this guy, and it creates a morph from the head for the body, and it creates a morph for the head. Now, let's take Sebastian out. Okay, I'm going to do this now just real quick. Okay, and this is what you do is, now let's find a figure that I haven't done yet. Create a morph. Let's go with Bjark for Kiefer 8. Bjark. Okay, I don't know what but we'll just, okay, what's the difference? Okay, let's go for this one, because I think I have, all right, this one is if you don't own Kajir 8, okay? But this one, if you put this in, it will build it upon your Kajir 8, okay? Now, this guy has some skin problems. He's see what I'm saying? There are issues with the Genesis 8 skins, okay? And you have to kind of fix them. And this guy isn't really that pretty here. So right now, he's just kind of a little bit rugged and rough, and he's not your handsome kind of cover guy model, okay? But he's not that bad. So, all right, so, but he's yellow, all right? And so we could go into editing his skin, okay? And let's first put some pants on him, okay? And then we're going to take a look at his hands, okay? And you're going to see that he's probably got that same kind of issue. Yeah, see? His hands just don't look that hunky-dory, okay? They have no, like, definition or anything to them. And if you're going to use the guy in the scene this far away, why even convert him to Genesis 9? Because you can Your Genesis 9, you can use your Genesis 9 hair, I believe, on Genesis 8 figures. I'm not sure, but I know you can use Genesis 9 clothing if you buy this converter. And all you do is click on the clothing and select it in the auto fit, and it will put Genesis 9 clothes right on your Genesis 8 and 8.1 figures. So there's no problem with that. I think it will even put it on Genesis 3 figures. So there's no problem. Now, hair, I'm not sure about hair, Genesis 8 hair, putting that on. Let's try some hair. I think you can do it, but I mean, actually, I don't think you can. But all right, this is Genesis 9 hair. Let's see what happens if it pops up. Yeah, okay, so you do this Genesis 9 MMX, okay? And it should put the hair on him. I thought you could, but I didn't want to say it for sure. But this, you have to buy this MMX converter. Let's see. All right. Hair. Yeah. Okay, this is MMX. This is clones, okay. Now you can use Genesis 9 outfits and hair on your favorite Genesis figures. Okay, see, so, and this right now is $24. It's not that much, even if you spent the full price on it, but I think I got it for about $10, less than that, and I use this all the time. Okay, so this is a massive, massive thing. So this is something you just have to have. But the thing is okay, you know, if your figure's going to be like far away in the scene like this, then it doesn't matter about their hands. Okay. But if they're going to be up like this, okay, and their hands are going to be anywhere close, because remember, we're going to render this little picture here large. And notice that hair went on him beautifully. That's kind of the Wolverine hair, it looks like. So this, so you're, I'm going to try to keep this simple, okay, as possible. But you can put Genesis 9 clothes and Genesis 9 hair, but you can't put Genesis 9 bodysuits. You can't. It's very easy. I don't believe you can put Genesis 9 like hair, chest hair, Genesis 9, a lot of things. But this, I believe, might even be Omni hair, and so no, it's not, because this looks like it's not strand-based hair. But I believe you can even put Omni hair on here. Now I just bought this new hair here. Okay, it's called Sonic Wave, and I believe you can put that also on him. All right, let's try this one. And it's going to pop up and say the MMX. Actually, I have it for Genesis 8 also, but let's go the Genesis 9 MMX. And see, so you can put Genesis 8, you can put Genesis 9 clothes, and so that's not the issue. The issue is converting your Genesis 9 shape. And see, that works just fine on here. It may not look like it fits his face and everything. It's the rest, right? It's not the right color and everything for his eyebrows. But you can put Genesis 9 hair and you can put Genesis 9 clothes as long as you have this MMX thing, okay? Because then when you go to put, let's find some Genesis 9 clothes here. When you go to put the clothes on, wardrobe. Okay, this is Genesis 9 laid back dude outfit. All right, we'll put this the dude outfit. All right, so when you double click on it and you have your Genesis 8 male selected, okay, it's going to pop up with this auto fit, and you just click this. You'll get this new Genesis 9 MMX. Okay, it's because it's not Genesis 8 clothes, it's not Genesis 3 male or female or 2 or Genesis, it's Genesis 9. So you select the Genesis 9. You won't get that option if you don't have this program, okay? So you buy this, and you can put all your Genesis 9 clothes on Genesis 8, but you can't. But you have to use Genesis 8 body hair. You have to use Genesis 8 tattoos. You have to use, okay? So, but you just keep selecting that. That put the sunglasses in the right place. This works like surprisingly well, okay? So this MMX will put Genesis 9 clothes on your Genesis 2 and hair, clothes and hair on your Genesis 8 figures. So you got that kind of covered. So if you just want to use a Genesis 8 figure, the only thing about Genesis 8, using a Genesis 8 figure, is their skin is PBR, is iRay, and it's like the Uber-based skin. It's not PBR. And so that's where another program comes in, so, because you can actually try to make the best of this. It kind of looks like a Billy Idol kind of thing now, a little bit with that hair. This, by the way, is fantastic hair. You can do everything with this hair, okay? This is called Sonic Hair, and it is amazing, okay? It's a new product. The only thing is being able to like comb it back and stuff. We're still waiting on. Now that was the outer coat, okay, the inner coat, the inner shirt. We got to get that, and then the pants and the shoes and the sandals, the shorts. So, you know, it takes a moment to go through and auto fit all of this. It's a little longer than just putting the clothing on, but once it's on, it works. The Deep Force works. Everything works with it. Okay, so that's. So really, the thing is why would you want to convert a Genesis 8 figure to Genesis 9 if you can just use the clothes and the hair anyway on your Genesis 8 figures? Well, the answer is their skin, okay? Because you can use Genesis 8 skin on a Genesis 9 figure, but it kind of messes things up a little bit, okay? And then you take that Genesis 9 skin and you put it on a Genesis 8 skin, and you put it on a Genesis 9 figure, and you got the finger problems, okay? The fingers, some of the Genesis 9 figures, their fingers are not just kind of like lackluster. They're like literally ugly. They look horrible on the figures, okay? So that's it. He's dressed. This is a Genesis 8 figure dressed to the nines in Genesis 9 clothing, okay? Very, very easy to put that on. And then, so we got a hipster here. And now we can take off the shorts and everything. Okay, these shorts that I had on him. And this is the laid back dude outfit, okay? So it all comes down to why the problem comes down to Genesis 8 skin, okay? Now, occasionally you might like some of the later Genesis 8 figures, okay? So we go back into figures, and let's take this Bjork out, okay? Some of the later Genesis 8 figures. We're going to look at some of the later ones, okay? Figures here. And like some of the last ones that came out, all right? And that would be here. This we're going to, instead of install date, we're going to go on product ID number, okay? And so we go down here and we'll find the very first, the last Genesis 8 figures that came out, okay? Those are 8.1, and these are 8.1, and we got now Genesis. Where's the first, very last Genesis? Okay, this Nasari, okay? You can't really go by these exactly because some of the artists that made these may have been using the older techniques on the hands. Okay. I think Zach, Okay, let's look up Zach here. Zach. All right, I think he is a Daz figure. Yeah, Daz original. Okay, so our best chance here to get a figure with really nice hands, okay, would be Zach. And I remember when Zach first came out, people the Daz artists went crazy. Everybody was using him and everything. So Zach's a nice figure to use. Okay, okay. Now Zach, it says 8-1 male, so I've screwed up again. Okay, because we're not looking for an 8-1 male. We're not talking about 8-1 yet. We're talking about Genesis 8. We're talking about somebody who has a bunch of Genesis 8 figures, and they're saying, what do I do with these figures? What do I do with them? Because I want to use them like I'm using Genesis 9. And you can, but you have to learn how, when, why, and whether if you should at all, okay? So the answer for the skin, okay, for Genesis 8 skin, okay, unless you have some kind of magic hat you can pull out of your hat, the skin for Genesis 8 figures, you're not going to get good results. Yes, you can put them on a Genesis 9 figure. There's a way to do it. It's not that hard to do, okay? And when you do put the Genesis 8 skin on your Genesis 9 figure, the program that does it converts the skin to PBR. But the hands, nothing's going to fix those hands, okay? It's just the way they are, but the skin will look very beautiful. It's going to have like little moles and some pores and some definition of, okay, we can't use him, but let's take a look at his hands. Let's first put on some pants, okay? And let's take a look at his hands now. And you see, these hands, they're a little better, okay? But they still kind of look a little bit like lackluster. They look, especially if you have them right in front of you like this, they're not horrible, okay? But to me, they look terrible, okay? To me, they do. And it's not Zach, it's not Daz, it's just the way Genesis 8 hands are 8-1 hands, okay? So now I thought this Zach said Genesis 8, but let's go back here. Let's go back here to okay, this now Zach, yes, Jazz, okay, is 8-1. So we got some of them mixed in here. This is the highest first. Where was Zach? I thought he was right here. Zach, that's Jazz. Jazz 8-1. Okay, so we go back. Oh, there's Zach. Okay, so I messed up. And this is a female 8-1. There's still some more 8-1s in here, okay? Okay, and now let's go back. Because when they came out with 8-1, they were still putting out a few 8 figures, okay, here and there, just like when they came out with 9. Okay, this guy's one of the last Genesis 8 figures. Let's put him in the scene. And so now, he's not a Daz original. The thing is that Daz original, I usually expect more quality in the hands. So not every hand, but there are some hands on these figures that are just absolutely... See, I mean, they're really trying to make them look good, but that is absolutely... They're just terrible, okay? Now, let's put a Genesis 9 figure in here, okay? Let's put this guy, all right? Figure, Genesis 9. Let's see what we have for Genesis 9. Now, I haven't looked at his hands, okay? So I'm not really sure, but I'm just going to take a wild gander that they're going to look like really nice. Now, I mean, they're not going to be... Hands, need a ton of detail, okay? And that's why, they're like that saying, you can always tell a woman how old a woman is by her hands. I think that's the saying. I'm not sure. I think you can tell how old just about anybody is by their hands, okay? But except me. No, but no. But yeah, so we're going to look at this Agent Wolf 9, okay, at his hands and see what's going on with his hands. And that's what this is about. It's about, do you want, okay, because there's two things you can convert from your Genesis 8, because AutoFit already works for most hair and most clothing from Genesis 8 to Genesis 9. You just put it on your figure and AutoFit will fit it to them. And if you need mesh grabber, you can use that a little bit here and there to fix things, okay? But it's the shape of their body and head and their skin. And so what I'm trying to do is make a case that you don't want Genesis 8 skin on your Genesis 9 figure, okay? You may want it because it does add that realism, like, you know, say Callan's. If you put Callan's shape and everything and you put Callan's skin on, you say, oh, that's Callan. And if you put some other skin on Callan, it's not really Callan. It doesn't really look like what you expected from Callan. But Callan's hands are terrible. Do you want those hands in your scene? Is it that important for you to use Callan's skin and end up with a hand like if on his knee or something? And see these hands? Okay? Now they're not the most beautiful thing in the world, and this is what we're talking about, Genesis 9. And, you know, it a lot has to do with the particular artist who made this. Okay, we're going to put some pants on him too now. Shorts for Genesis 9. Okay, that didn't work, but it looks like, no, it didn't work. Okay, we got to select Genesis 9 to put shorts on him. Quick close. All right, now they're on him. Okay, so this is the difference, okay? These hands, if these hands were up in like this close, and even if they're just a little bit further away, suddenly they look pretty real, okay? And this guy cleans. He goes to wear a manicure every week. This is not, now it's not perfect. We get up close, but you know, even look at that. See, this is the difference between Genesis 9 textures and Genesis 8 textures and 8.1 textures. The 8.1 are closer, but they're not like Genesis 9, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to cross. Do you want to convert your Genesis 9 skin to Genesis 8? And I personally would draw a big X through that one and say no. Okay? You don't want your Genesis 8 skins on Genesis 9 because of this. Okay? And that's let's just bring another figure, Callan. Let's bring Callan in, okay? I think that's an A-N. Callan, yeah. Let's bring Callan in, okay, into the scene. We're going to compare these hands, okay? And that's the thing is you say, well, I got to have my Genesis 8. I've got to have my Genesis 8 skins on my Genesis 9 figures. And it's like, do you really? Do you? Can't you? Why not bring Callan's head shape and bring his body shape and put it on your Genesis 9 figure, but put a Genesis 9 skin on him? Yes, he's going to look a little different, okay? He's not going to look exactly the same as this because he's got different skin, okay? But, okay, now let's put some pants on Callan. Favorites, we got Callan selected, close, 8, okay? And now we're going to slide Callan back here so we can take a look at his hands. Smart content. Where's properties? Okay, I've done something to my properties tab. Window, panes. Property. I don't think that's it. You know, I didn't even realize. Oh, that's the property hierarchy. I didn't even realize I had this. I don't even know what this is. And it's like that. I'm sorry. But where is my properties? Parameters. Okay, it's way down at the bottom. That's what we're looking for. All right. We just, okay, parameters. We got to have that up here. Right about here. Okay. So we're going to go, what would be X? No, not X. I mean Z. Come on. Well, let's move them this way. All right. And now, okay, this is the difference in hands. Okay? You see? You don't want this. Okay? You want this on your figure. All right? You want these hands. And now when we zoom in a little bit closer, notice the pores here and all of this stuff. And this has to do with that whole HD thing, okay? That there are some figures, Genesis 8 figures that were HD, but Callan is HD, okay? Now, we have him set for high resolution, okay? And, you know, so that's the thing is that it's not there. The detail isn't in the figure. So now there's a possibility of loading this HD map onto onto his body, okay? And now I've forgotten how to do that, okay? Default, okay? Let's go to default. And, okay, we select this guy here. We go to materials, get rid of that. And all right. So basically what I'm trying to say is that you need to buy enough Genesis 9 figures so that you have Genesis 9 skins. And notice how Callan's skin, Callan is not PBR. So notice how his skin kind of looks reddish. I mean, you can change it, you can fix it, you can edit it, and you can convert his skin to PBR, okay? But it's still going to have the hands look like that, okay? Now, there is a way to put an HD map over them, but you notice how these little lines here, the HD map has actually got to follow the lines. You see, it's got to have when it has the HD map has a crease here, okay, and a crease there, and a crease along here. Well, they're not going to line up with the creases here. He's got a crease here and a crease there, and a few creases. They're not going to line up. And if you notice, there just doesn't seem to be the resolution here in the hand. It's kind of it looks like, you know, it was taken from a really nice model that had beautiful detail in the hand, but it got lost. Okay, so no, it's not a good idea to, and I can show you how that I can take this Callan skin and put it on this Genesis 9 figure, but why do it? Why? Okay, that's the question, okay? And so then, all right, what we're looking at, okay, is then we say, all right, well, what about the head shape and the body shape? is it worth bringing Callan's head and Callan's body shape and putting it on this figure? And the answer to that is a very big and resounding yes. Okay? It is worth doing that. Okay? But leave the skin behind for now until maybe there's some way to fix the skin, but I don't think there is, because like I said, if I were to take this an HD map, like put some density into this skin here onto this hand, it wouldn't align. The pores would be fine, but these little lines here wouldn't line up with his skin map, because they're different. They're different creases. So, that's the problem, okay? Can you put Genesis 9 skin on a Genesis 8 figure? I don't think so, not yet, okay? I don't believe any programs come out yet that enables you to put Genesis 9 skin, and there may not, but what it would take is some kind of bodysuit and something. Maybe somebody's working on it right now, okay? But it's not available yet, okay, that I know of. I'm quite sure that's the case, okay? So it's just not available. So this is the case. Now we have these two figures. Now, I mean, I could easily just take a little red out of his skin, and Callan would look pretty close to this. But if you really take a look now at the same thing at the face and everything, you're going to notice that there's just not the same detail in the face. There's just that kind of a little bit of a washed out look. Callan has really intense, like, body markings. His skin is a masterpiece, this guy here, but it just doesn't have the detail that this skin has. Okay? Well, you can get pretty damn close to this skin and look at it. Look at the little veins and stuff. This is really nice skin, okay? Genesis 9 skin rules, okay? It's just, you put it on your figure. So what that means is that what we do is we take now this guy out. We take this Genesis 9 guy out, all right? And we put in our dev items, okay? Now, I have to make sure I haven't done Callan already. So, but what we'll do is we'll put in now our Genesis 9 dev load. We don't need the Genesis 9 figure with the mouth and the eyes and all that stuff, okay? All we need is this dev load figure here. And we'll put Callan back at 0, space, and 0 here. Okay, so they're both kind of superimposed to a degree in the same place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take and select this Genesis 9, and then I'm going to click here and type Callan and see if I have Callan here. Come on. C-A-L-L-E-N. Okay, I think I spelled it wrong. C-A-L. Yeah, see, I've already converted. I spelled it wrong. So if I take this Genesis 9 figure, this Genesis 9, let's find a figure that I haven't converted, okay? So we'll get rid of Callan. Let's find a Genesis 8 figure, okay, that I have not converted. And I'm pretty much going to know. We go down through here. This is materials, figures. Okay, I don't think I've converted him. This is 7 for Holt. All right, so let's put 7 in. All right. So you just put them in the scene. It's very simple. You put your Genesis 9 dev, the one without the eyes in the mouth. Okay. You put in the gender neutral figure and you put in 7. Okay. And they're both in the scene. Okay. And then you select 7 first and then the Genesis 9. You go Control Alt C. And this opens up this figure converter. As soon as you open this up, because that's selected, it makes your Genesis 9 figure the same height as 7. Okay. So, and you just click convert. All right. But this is 7 converted to 9 head. And this is 7. Okay. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go 7, 8. Converted to Genesis 9 head. And that is definitely an 8. See, so this is 7, 8. All right, let's go Gen 8. Converted to Genesis 9 body. And we're going to so 7, just so I know, 8 converted head. Okay. So we've got the head converted, and we're converting. We got them both checked. Now, you could also do a full body morph where you just have one slider and it does the whole body. I prefer having 2 different ones, okay? Just do it this way, okay? Do the head and the body, and you'll thank me later, okay? So now 9 bases for new morph, Genesis 8 male. I don't know what these are here. Base male, proportional height, okay? It's saying it's 26.5. You might want to remember that, okay? So, but now we click convert like this. And let's hope Daz doesn't crash. If Daz crashes, that means it installed that typey font, 3D font back on my system. I don't think it did because I have it hidden. No, it's going to go through, okay? So now you look at this skin, okay? Let's look at 7's skin, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this, and I'm going to save this morph so that I have it for later. And this is called 7, product names S 7, 8, 2, 9. 7, okay. Come on. 8, 2, 9 morphs. All right, I guess. All right, now we go save morph. 2 selected morphs have been saved there, so I don't have to I will never have to convert this guy again. Okay, so now you look at his skin and you say, you know, this is some pretty nice skin here. All right. I mean, okay, so let's turn off this Genesis 9 converted. I mean, that's really nice skin. But that's what I'm saying is maybe there are some Genesis 8 figures. Okay, now we go to favorites. Let's go but put some pants on him. Okay. Cancel. I just messed up again. All right, this is the shorts. Okay, let's put them on 7 favorites. Okay. Now these hands, okay. These hands are not that bad, but when you get a little closer, okay, just a little bit closer here. They don't have those pores. They don't have, okay, they just don't have the detail. These are probably some of the best hands I've seen. I don't think I would feel that these hands, in all probability, you're not going to have the hands this close. But remember, we're going to be rendering this full screen, okay? So these hands are just not as good as your Genesis 9 hands, okay? So now we take 7 out. And now we have this converted 7, okay? It says this, But what we're going to do is we're just going to delete that. Okay? And then we're going to come back up here and we're going to go to our, and we're just going to put in our Genesis 9 gender neutral figure. Okay? And so we're going to put this in, and then we're going to find this 7 morph and just put the morph on our, and then we're going to have 7. Okay? That's, and I will tell you that it's exact. When it puts this, when we slide those morphs up, it's going to have 7's head and 7's body. All right? On the Genesis 9 figure. That's the way math works. Okay? And so we'll check the morphs to make sure there's nothing in there that shouldn't be in there, but there won't be. And so what we're going to have is our 7 figure. Okay, so this is our Genesis 9 figure. Let's put some pants on them. All right. Now, okay, so we just go into parameters here. We get rid of Callan. And we search for 7 in our parameters. If it will let us, SE 7. There you go. Now they appear here. And now let's take a look. Let's take a close-up look at the face. We got a female face and body. Let's do the head first. Let's get really up close here. And let's go out of iRay so we can really watch it morph. Okay? And now watch when I bring this head up. Slowly the head turns into 7. And that is 7. And now if we go to currently used, okay, there might be something here. Let's put the body on too. So let's zoom out and look at, let's put the body on. Okay, now I believe 7 is an American Indian, but I'm not sure. Now let's just make sure that there's nothing weird in here turned on that should be turned off. Okay, no, there's not. Okay, so this is 7. This is what, and now if we go back in here, see, look at this. See, notice how the lip is kind of budged in like that, how the nose comes up like, this is 7. Okay, notice the chin, okay? There's no difference. Now the problem is, okay, now what's really nice here is that the eyelashes still fit. The Genesis 9 eyebrows are still on, okay? And so all we have to do is go now to our Genesis 9 figures, any one of them, materials, okay? And just put, like Noah's materials on this guy. Any Genesis 9 skins we can put now, because it's a fully fledged Genesis 9 figure. Okay, so you can put your Genesis 9 skin on them. And all the clothing will fit, all the Genesis 9 tattoos will fit, all the Genesis 9 body hair will fit. Live things, all kinds of, and the clothing none of the Genesis 9 clothing has to be auto fit. The Genesis 8 clothing will fit. Most of the Genesis 8 hair will auto fit on here. Okay, so my advice is, yes, you can put the skin on the Genesis 8 skin on here, but don't. Okay? And it does take sometimes the skin will just go right on. Sometimes it takes a while. It's looking around the hard drive to find it all. So, now, I mean, that 7 had beautiful skin. except, you know, it looked like it had a nice dark skin and it was beautifully tailored to his particular looks. It was just gorgeous skin, but it didn't have the detail. And now we come into here and you say, okay, well, this doesn't quite look right on him. He's supposed to have a darker skin, but let's take a look at the hands. Just any Genesis 9 skin is going to look better. And now we go a little bit closer here. And you see that this isn't really the best example of Genesis 9 skin. So, but it's, you know, so it's not the best example of, let's put a different skin on him. Let's put one that's really like, you get varying results from different artists. Okay. Now, if we put the Zeke skin on him, these guys are kind of dark complected, okay? Materials, Zeke full. Let's just, boom, put it on him. See, the tattoos will work, the Zeke tattoos, facial hair, painted eyebrows, all that stuff. Anything that's, okay, suddenly, yeah. Now this is starting to look a little better. And I will guarantee you that really in the long run, you're going to find that it probably looks a lot better. And he doesn't have any hair and all. So, but let's take a look at the hands now again. See, this is better. Now, the thing is that you got to kind of look at this. Now, what I can do, all right, is now that just in case you absolutely have to have the Genesis 9 skin on the figure, okay? Genesis 8, you want to bring the Genesis 8 skin to the figure. Well, you go to your Genesis 9 figure, okay? You go back here. And this was called 7. All right? We go here. We click on 7's skin. And because 7 has all these runes and stuff on his skin and things like that. So what you do is you find, this is emission clean, okay, grunge. Okay, this is his skin and materials. All right, so that's the 7's skin. All right, so we would go into scripts in this material suit and you apply, this would add the Genesis 8 male material suit to Genesis 9. See, this adds the 8-1 female, 8 female, and 8-1 male, okay? So this is Genesis 8, so we're going to add this material suit to Genesis 9. And you have to have this selected at the same time, okay? Now, notice how really nice his skin actually is, okay? And it takes a while. It takes a little while to do this. But what it's doing is laying over top of his body, another skin. Okay? And, well, actually, that just put the bodysuit on. Okay, now you select this skin, all right? And you go now to the scripts, material suit, apply the hierarchical material. And there it is. Okay. Now you have this skin, and all I can say is, you know, enjoy. Okay. And the thing is that you've also got the hands. Okay. And that's what you're going to end up. You're stuck with. And like you said, some hands, these ones, this 7, he is one of the very last Genesis 8 figures that were made. Like he came out much later than Callan, okay? And so now can we also apply these runes now to his skin? I believe we can. We just double click, I think. No, we click on the male suit here. And look what we have. We have the Genesis 8, all the runes on his skin also. So you can do it. And like as long as, like I said, he's going to be far away now. He doesn't have any eyebrows. Okay, the eyebrows are gone. Now you're going to find out also that his eyes kind of look messed up. All right, so the eye suit, sometimes the eye suit works, sometimes it doesn't. So we select the eye in here, and we go to parameters, left eye, scale 120. Will this work? All right, and then you take this eye here, scale that 120. Sometimes it works, and now if you say, well, I'd like to use some other eye colors, it's not always that easy to change the eye colors and all, and it doesn't look like these eyes are actually even big enough as it is, but maybe what we do is we just kind of move them over and try to pull them ahead. Pull them ahead a little bit. And pull this one ahead a little bit. Okay. So now, let's give him, what you have to do though, because it doesn't, the eyelashes don't work. Okay. Because we're going to take a look at his eyelashes up close. All right. And when we zoom in on this, see, notice how his eyelashes are they're not following his eye, okay? They don't work. So what you have to do is delete them, eyelash suit. You delete them, and you put in the you go in and you put Genesis 9 eyelashes. Well, I have to select him first. And so you go into your favorite. I keep them up here, but you have to go into your Genesis Essentials and all and find your eyelash. Okay, this is eyelashes. And then you have to put some kind of eyelash map on them, which I keep up here as well. Just the straight eyelash one. Dev items, I keep it in here, and this would be eyelash here. Where is it? Eyelash. Eyelashes, where's the eye? Okay, eyebrow. It's here somewhere. Eyelash, straight. Okay, and now they're tracking his eye. It may not look like they are, but they are. And we go here. It's tracking them perfectly, okay? And so this is how you do it, people, all right? This is how you do your skins. And I have to say, this particular character looks really fine, okay? Just look, and the thing is that his skin is not PBR, okay? So you're kind of stuck with the way it is. I don't believe it's PBR, and so now you also, and you have this his skin is completely just in a field of its own when it comes to Genesis 8. So that's what I'm saying is you have to look at your figure that you're trying to use as a Genesis 9 figure and say, okay, the shape, the face shape is nice, but are the hands going to pass? Because if you get your figure all posed and in the scene, and all of a sudden, and there's that hand that's up front, that just looks horrible, okay? And believe me, it will just look terrible, okay? And you're just going to, every time you see that hand, you're going to cringe, okay? Because it just doesn't have any detail in it. So that is what you want to consider, okay? In each case, okay? Now, this hand is pretty nice. Now, if you notice, there were some hands, Genesis 9 hands, that didn't look right, okay? And then this Genesis 8 hand, just all of a sudden out of the blue, seems to kind of carry its weight, okay? The artist who did this knew what they were doing, okay? They knew exactly what they were doing. Now, I believe, and I would almost bet on, I just know that this is the work of Daz. So this, if we look up 7, you're going to find out that 7 is a Daz studio. It's a Daz original. 7, all right? Here he is. 7 for Holton. You're going to say Daz original, okay? See, so, and you look at this skin, okay? This is what we're talking about. We're talking about skin. And you don't want to get stuck with a figure in your scene with their skin. And they didn't exaggerate in that model. But look at the pores and everything. And I can make the pores stand out even more if I want with the... So I would say this skin is, in a way, it still kind of has problems because it looks too yellow. And so my opinion would be to go here to the bodysuit here. Now, if you go changing the Genesis 9 skin, nothing will happen. You have to go to the bodysuit here, which is where? Male suit, okay? And you have to change the... And now where... I don't know why all my surfaces are way down here as well. I don't know how they got messed up here, but those go there. Okay, so we click on surfaces. He's got too much green in his skin, okay? So we go to surfaces and we go to ears, arms, face, fingernails, legs, lips, probably, toenails, torso, just not eye socket. And we go to this base color. We just take some green out of his skin. Okay? A little bit of green out and a little bit of red. Okay? And suddenly we get a little bit, he's a little more blue now. I think some of this green could come back a little bit. There we go. And now, so he doesn't look quite so green. We give him some hair. And now again, he is a Genesis 9 figure. Remember that now. So even though we can use, let's give him some long hair. We can use Genesis 8 hair on him because we have that MMX converter. Okay, but we can use any hair except for a few that just won't work. Okay, so, but we have to select him. Okay, we got long hair, and we have all this hair to choose from here. Let's try this. Genesis 8 male, we got Genesis 9 hair. I don't like that. Z. Okay, that doesn't work. What about this hair? Just try it, see what happens. This is Genesis 9 hair as well. Yeah, I like that, but we got to change the color. It just doesn't quite. He doesn't have eyebrows, remember. Let's try the dark brown. Okay, that doesn't work. We've got to select the hair. Okay, that works. Now let's give him some eyebrows. Okay, so we go here to default, essentials. Essentials. And here we go, the starter essentials. I usually like these ones down in here. This one maybe. We got to select him again. No, those don't work. There, those work. So there we go. All right, he's still a little bit yellow, but it's okay. A little bit green on the green side, but now he's a Genesis 9 figure, remember? So what we want to do is, now I have a feeling he's not going to be so up close, but how do you know, okay, what you're going to do in a scene? You don't know really what you're going to do in a scene until you kind of do it. So let's now go here to now, I mean, if you're looking for hyper realism, if you're going to render something at like 13K, which I do that all the time. I render stuff at 13K. If you're going to render something at 13K, you put Genesis 9 skin on them and use your best Genesis 9 skin that you know of. There's Wagner's skin and there's Nathan's skin. Those are probably the very best for hands, okay? They probably are the best, but okay, so now we go here. Let's make sure his eyebrows are the right color. Yeah, they are just perfectly the right color here. Let's give him a little bit of face hair, more than what he has, kind of. Let's go with this. How about this hair? There we go. See, now it's working here. And we go here to our okay, I'm seeing him in front of a campfire, okay? So with a lone prairie moon behind him, maybe in the desert. So we're going to do something here. Save this, okay, so we don't lose our work. We're going to call this 7 in the desert. Accept. Okay. Now we go here. It's amazing how, like, his nose is kind of weird looking, how a male can have odd, flared nostrils and a pinched in lip and kind of a long, kind of hawkish nose, but still, like, his face just pulls it all in together, and somewhere in all of that is just absolute maleness and beauty. It's amazing how true to life certain things are. So we're now looking for a pose. So we're going to go here to let's close that up. We're going to go to categories, poses, and we're looking for something where he's kind of sitting. Okay, what are we going to find here? That's not it. Okay, I got to go up first before. Always got to go up. That's not. I don't want an action pose. I want kind of like a quiet, calm, sitting pose. Not that kind. I wonder about something like this. No. I want him kind of facing us, maybe. Let's try this one. That's nice. Okay. We'll figure something out with this now. All right. And how does the hair work here with this? It's kind of okay. I think we got D4's hair, so we're going to have to do something to make the hair kind of fall a little bit, a little better. And okay, so what we'll do is we're going to take and turn this off. Okay. Let's just run the simulation. We're not going to take him out. We'll see if it'll work. The simulation will work right here. We're going to not put them back to memorize. We're just going to simulate and see if his hair will. No objects to simulate. Darn. Okay, well, that's kind of better because then we can take this hair and just use mesh grabber and push it down. There are probably some morphs, but I think mesh grabber will work better. So we go to tool settings, translate, mesh grabber, grab a hold of that. Okay, we got to grab the hair like that. Go to 12 and let's grab it here and just pull it down like this, like that. And pull it down here. Okay. See how that works? See? Okay. Now we got our guy here. And now notice how we have a hand in the front. I told you, you're gonna a lot of times have the hand right there in the front, and there's not much you can do about it. You know, that's the thing. Okay, so we got 7 in the desert. Okay, so now let's find a campfire. We're gonna set him on some kind of rock. Okay. We're going to go up here. Okay, we're going to look for loincloth. First, we're going to find a loincloth default. Now, I don't know if this is going to work because this is for Genesis 3, I think, but let's see. This rarely does work. Let's do it. Oh, that's the material. We got to put the whole word in, okay, to get loincloth. Materials. Okay, there's a wardrobe right there. Let's see what this does. This is for Genesis what? All right, we'll try this Genesis 3 male. Oh, it says Genesis 3 female. Genesis 8. Okay, we can't really tell with the pants on. All right, so we go here with, where are the pants? Shorts, turn them off. Okay. That kind of works. We're going to put this on maybe. Loincloth. I think it's a female's loincloth, but All right, I'm not sure that I'm liking that right now, so let's see what else we have. Okay, wardrobe, how do we put this one on here? Let's try the orc loincloth. Oh, darn, I keep putting them on and not looking to see what they cancel. All right, orc loincloth. I just keep putting them on and not looking to see what they belong to. Genesis 2. All right, we got to select him now. Genesis 2, I think male. It just says, I don't think it matters. Genesis 2 is both. Come on, work. That's a little bit, we could do without maybe the chain. We can maybe get rid of the chain. Okay, the orcs. Surfaces, orc loincloth, metal. All right, we turn that off. Which is, okay, darn, this is, all right, so what we got to do is convert the orc loincloth to iRay. And we do that. I got that up in here. Most used. There it is. 3D light to iRay. Scan the scene. Okay, so we're looking for what are these? Okay, belt. We have belt, main, metal, and trim. Belt. Okay, so we select none. We have belt, main, metal, and trim. Okay, and then we find matches and apply. Okay, and accept what happened. Okay, now this is iRay. Okay, so now when we go into this orc cloth, I can actually, so the metal part, I can actually understand what this is. We're going to just turn the metal, okay, there it is. There's his, and then this is all good. And I like how that goes down and covers in the middle. That's just perfect. So we're going to put him on some kind of stump. So we can lift him up a little bit. Stump. Okay. What have we got here? What's this beaver tree stump? Well, that's not going to work. What about this stump? This might work. We go here to this, and we take this stump. Y translate down like this, and over here. Okay. Everything is kind of discombobulated in my scene. Y scale. Z scale. Y translate. Okay, I think that's going to work. And we'll do something with that. Cut it off, hide it, or do something with that little piece. Then we're going to take this tree stump. This is probably also not iRay. So we go here to surfaces, tree stump. And no, it is. So what we can do is now go here to this script, most used brightness manager, and I'm going to take the stump and make it darker. Oops, too dark. And we'll accept, and we're going to make it a little browner. A little bit brown. That's too much. We go like this. Okay, there we go. And then we'll take his orc loincloth here. For now, we'll go into geometry editor. Tool settings. Geometry editor. We're going to take this selection type, mode, lasso. We're going to take this like that, this like that, and let's see if I can delete it. Geometry, editing. Oh, wow, perfect. Okay. That worked. There we go. There's our guy. And now we have this stump here. We can turn the stump whatever way we want to make it work. Surfaces, tree stump, parameters. We go to parameters, Y rotate. Let's go like this, 9. Y, okay. What I need to do is put him and the tree stump together. And the loincloth, why isn't that here? Okay, let's see. Now tree stump. We're going to take that and we're going to create a group. Figure and stump. Oh, darn. Figure and stump. Okay, so now they're in one group. What I can do is, okay, this is the front. This is kind of the way I want him, but I'm going to turn him a little bit. Y, rotate, like this. Why not like that? And then we'll fix his feet in a little bit. But, okay, we're going to just bring this leg down a little bit. We don't have a ground yet, so we don't know how far to bring the legs down. So, it almost looks like he's actually kind of sitting on the ground, but we're going to have him on the stump. Okay, we're going to turn this stump here. Tree stump, Y rotate. Why did he disappear? I think I deleted him or did something weird. Z, what did I do? There, whatever I did, okay, it's undone. Okay, get rid of the shorts. Okay, let's do the stump. Where's the stump? Tree stump. Okay, okay, that's, okay, so the stump, Y translate, Y rotate. I don't know why that's all messed up here, but let's, okay, well, I guess it's the Z. I don't know what happened to my toolbar. Oh, it's over here. Okay, that would be this, I think. This joint editor. Oh, that's not it. Which one is it? The weight map? No. That's the geometry editor. Thought it was a joint editor, but that's not giving me what I thought it was supposed to give me. Yeah, see, it is. It's in a weird, very weird way. Okay, so I think what I can do is this. Yeah, and rotate it this way. Which way do I want this? You know, I don't think that's that bad, just that way. X will go like this. Okay, I think that works. Yeah. Okay, now save this. We're going to create some kind of desert for him to sit in. Okay, and I think I'm going to use the old array. Oh, the old, so we need Control Alternate minus. Let's minimize all these over on the side here. This, all this, so it's minimized. That's my hotkey for that. We're going to go to favorites. Okay, we're going to create a camera. So we're going to get our view, okay, so that he's looking at us like this. Okay. And then we're going to we're going to have him like this a little bit, like that. The campfire is going to be right here. Well, he's not looking at us now. Okay. Save this. Now we need a camera. One o'clock at night. Angus, you don't have to hang around if you don't want, my friend. You can go to bed. I think you've been napping today. So maybe you're not too tired, but you don't have to hang around for my sake, my friend. If you want to go to bed or do something else. We'll go to the camera view. We're going to lock our camera. Up into here, edit, object. I got a good amount of sleep today, and that's why I'm doing this, because I figured my fans can watch this tomorrow. It gives them something to watch at their leisure, even though it's not they won't be here for the live show. But okay, okay, I locked it. I think that's kind of enough. All right, so what we're going to do is now go to our scripts, our favorites. No, is it scripts? Ultra Scene Creator. And we're going to go to we're going to go this for low. Well, let's go to desert's usually flat. Features, okay, no features. We don't want any roads or rivers. Okay. Ecology, we're going to go up here to these desert ones. And let's find a good desert one. I think that one of these will be well. Okay, build, base stones, camera, and let's build a scene. See what we get. Okay, done. Close. All right, I'm figuring, okay, the camera we got to unlock again. Edit, object, unlock. We got to move things around. until we get this right. So we got to move our figure and stump up like that. Okay, we got to move our camera up like this. All right. We got to move in a little bit. You always want your figure in as much as you can. I want more of the sky. I want a nice sky here, so I might have to, okay, now we turn him so he's looking at us. Okay, and now I think my camera's ready to be locked again. Edit, object, lock for now. Okay, it doesn't take that much to, okay, now let's take this leg here and bend it down a little bit. And they look like they're both on the ground, but they're probably not. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take him. Where's our figure? Why is he all of these things are supposed to be with him? Okay, this tear, the eyebrows, the curd, orc cloth. Okay, all these things are supposed to be part of him, and they're not. Okay. Except the tree stump, so I kind of messed something up, but now they're back together with him. Now we go like this, and we're just going to tilt him a little bit. Like that. So that he's, and we'll lift him up a little bit. And we'll bring the stump down a little more. Okay. All right, now go back to our camera view. Okay. Now we got to bring this arm up, and I think I'm going to use this tool to do that with. I'm going to grab a hold of this and pull up on that arm. That's not working, Z. I'm going to try it this way. Perspective view. Bend. Bend that down a little more. Okay, twist this. Not sure that I like the way this is. That looks, his legs look really weird. Twist this a little more. Bend. There we go. Bend that. Twist. And okay. Okay, come in here to the camera. Bend. Okay. Twist. Okay. Camera. Save this. Now let's see what our desert looks like. Kind of works. I've got to move him though. Okay, because of this bush in the front. I just don't want to deal with the bush. So we'll go like this, and we'll take the figure and the stump. We'll just move it over like this, and the head. And then we'll take our camera, edit, unlock. See what this looks like. Okay. Let's try this. Now that is nice. I think that's going to give me what I want. Save. Now we need a campfire. How about we try this one? It gets cold at night in the desert. All right. And that's putting off a perfect light for him. This leg is not hitting the ground. Twist that. Okay, let's see what this looks like now. All right. And now let's put him in the dark. Scene. Environment options. Let's turn off the dome for now. And let's turn the scene back on. Let's scene only. Dome and scene. Okay, let's go scene only again. Now let's put a plane in the background. Okay, a plane. There's a plane. Okay, let's bring the plane up. Let's go like this. 90. Z. Scale it. X. Scale. And let's find a surface for it. Base color, browse. Let's go here to HDRI. Come on. Read the drive. It's got to linger at that page just long enough. All right, HDRI, thank you. My HDRI file is huge, so let's see what we have here. Let's find a night sky. Come on, give me the night. This is kind of nice. Wow. Looks like stars and stuff. This is called TDSG2. So we're going to go there with the same thing. TD. I think I read it wrong. DTSG2. DTBCD. There it is. We give that a little bit of that. Luminance, DT, SG2. Give that a 2. And then we'll come here and turn the glossiness off to black. What's that look like? Oh, that's nice. I think we'll stretch that a little bit more, but and then we're going to take and give a distant light. I think I'm going to make the fire a little smaller. Okay, apply default. Okay, where's our distant light? Okay, so I've got a lot of things all happening at once, and I kind of have to do all of them. Okay, scale Y, be X. Okay, what I want to do is scale this not like that, like this, Z. Okay, try that. Bring it up a little more. There we go. And then we're going to take this campfire. I think we're going to scale that down a little bit. Okay. And then what we do, now we did take our distant light. Where's that? Okay, this has got to come up. Come over. And then we rotate this like this. And like that. And then we come in here like this. Lumens on the distant light. 2. Okay, we're going to just go 9. And then we bring this way down like this. Okay, the distant light is too much. Let's see. Let's go back to, let's go to 2. Okay, what we have to do is take the campfire. Let's go to this brightness manager. Let's just bring it down. Just doesn't seem to be working. It is making it darker, but it's not giving me the effect I want. So I think we're going to try a different campfire. Okay, let's try this one instead. You know, with the new, just a call out to Daz, that with the new iRay and all, with the new VDBs and all, we need campfires. You know, when they're done making all the bikinis, every kind of bikini in the world, maybe they might start actually making some art. With a lot of the people there, it's just like, okay, you know, it's like enough of the big, it's like feeding some kind of really negative addiction rather than actually concentrating on art. Let's see what this looks like in iRay. I've got to resize that, but let's see what it looks like. Yeah, see, that's a better fire. Let's pull this ahead like this, like way ahead. So it's kind of like in the foreground. You see, that works. Now what we're going to do, save this. So we're going to take the distant light down some more, a little bit. Down to okay, like that. Then we're going to take and put point light in the scene. Point light is going to come up here. And it's going to give us the illusion that this fire is putting off a lot more light than it is. That is a little trick, my friends, okay? The thing is we don't want it lighting the fire. We want it lighting his face and his. So we have to make sure it's kind of over here. All right, let's try that. And now we have to give it some lumens. There we go, and now we make it a little bit. That, my friends, is our scene. Okay. Now see this campfire? This rock here? I might be able to. Okay, there's the sand. That's the sand. Okay, rocks. Okay, there's the rocks. Coals. So we can take this rocks here. We can go into our scripts. Brightness manager. I want these rocks a little darker, so that the light doesn't look like it's lighting it that much. No, I think I like them kind of a little brighter. Where are we going with this? I think that works. Okay, let's do a render. I think this light's a little too bright. And I don't think it's red enough. Okay, so there's our point light. It's not bad though. So we'll bring the temperature down a little more. And we'll bring the light down a tiny bit. We'll go 8. And bring this up a little more. Yeah, see, that puts the left side of his face in shadow. Maybe I don't want it so much in shadow. Let's bring it out. There we go. Let's give him some sandals. All right. Now this sky here, I'm wondering if it's too bright. Just a lot of things to think about here. Plane. Let's see what that looks like. Because the stars don't look realistic, these little stars. Now there's a few that are there, just fewer stars. Kind of like that better. Okay, so just fewer stars. And now the sandals. Let's try them. I like these wraparound sandals, but it's just kind of every time I use them, it's like the same thing everybody else uses. Okay, what is this for Genesis 8? Okay. And then we come here. They're not fitting very well, okay. But let's see what we got here. Sandals, toga sandals. What if we give it this color? Okay, we got to come in here and mess with the mesh grabber. Okay, camera, perspective. Okay. And we are looking for tool settings. This has got to come up here. Down here. Okay. And we go to mesh grabber. 5 is good for this. Back to the toga sandals, please. Okay. I think we got it. Camera. Save this. And now we go out of there and save it again. Let's set up our render settings. We'll render it at 2000, something fairly good. Okay, it won't let me save until failed to save. Okay, we got to wait until iTunes is iCloud is done doing its thing. Okay, now can I save it iCloud? There we go. All right, so now we're going to do a test render. I was going to work with HedgeMaker today, but I think we're going to end up working on that later. The next video, save tomorrow sometime maybe. I actually have a video to make though tomorrow, so okay, I don't know why I just saved that again, but okay, progressive 2000. I usually every time I change a render setting, I save it. I like to have them saved into it. Okay, we're going to wait a little while, just a while here. Okay, and this is 7 in the desert. I'd love to give him angel wings. but it'd be kind of out of place, a little bit of out of place. And the wings, I don't know if they'd really like show up. Not sure what they would do in this kind of environment. Here we go. Look at that. This is nice. This has got to be pulled over a tiny bit. This is all pretty nice. This needs sub D. See all the rocks look, they don't look like rocks. They look like geometrical shapes. We got to fix that. Okay, so we're going to pull that out a little bit more. Cancel. And we're going to give this whole fire some sub D. The whole fire thing. Let's see. Campfire. Edit. Object. Geometry. There we go. Now we have round rocks. And let's go here to our sandal. Tool settings. Where's that? Okay, mesh grabber. Let's find this toga sandals. Let's get a little closer down here. Let's see what that looks like. This leg has got to be twisted a little more. It's just in the sand a little too much. Twist this way. Okay, let's see what this looks like now. I think that works. They can be in the sand a little bit, but okay, now let's go back to our camera view. Save this again. Let's give it another render. I wonder if a dog sleeping in this scene would be nice, like beside him. See, look at the rocks now. See how much nicer they are. Everything's nicer about this fire. The sandals look okay. They're working now. I'd say let this render. So this is going to do it for me. I hope this explanation about... And now I will tell you that the product that I used, let me cancel out of this, to move his skin over, okay, it's a product in the Daz store called Material Suit. All right, and so it's kind of the best of both worlds. So we've got River Soft and Sickle Yield. They have done a ton of work. They have been the most aggressive at getting us conversion tools. It's just that their character conversion tool, it works. It works. It's just not as convenient as the this Man Friday figure converter. Okay, and I mean it's like not at all convenient because I mean this Man Friday, you saw that it converted the morphs from and it works with Genesis 9, Genesis 3, Genesis 8 and 8.1 male. And it just happens in seconds. Okay, it converts your head and body morph, so you can just dial it right into your Genesis 9 figure. Okay, so this is how you convert your figure. Okay, and then your MMX is for clothing. If you want to have DAS 9 clothing fit Genesis 8 and 8.1 and 2 and Genesis and 3, you have to have this. Okay, and then your Genesis 8 clothing, then you don't necessarily have to convert. And I'm going to also tell you something. But then to move your Genesis 8 skin to Genesis 9, okay, you need this material suit. And this is an absolute must. You have to have it, and you would want Genesis 8 and 8.1 female, and you also want the Rissy suit. Well, depending on what you want to do, you would need the male one. I think I only own the, yeah, I own the female one too. But it says hide items I own. I'm not sure why the male one didn't show up here, but you want to have them both. This is 8 and 8.1 female, and so this allows you to take your 8 and 8.1 female and just do what I did. Okay, in the when I converted it, you saw me convert it. Yeah, you saw what I did. So I put the materials, the correct material suit onto the Genesis 9 figure. Then I clicked that convert kind of button, and you have to make sure you have the skins selected in your content library. Okay, and then we're talking about so that is how you bring your. And I will also tell you that when it converts your Genesis 8 skin over to Genesis 9, it converts the iRay into PBR, I believe this does. So use Genesis 8 skins on Genesis 9 morphs. No more ugly seams using Genesis 8 skins on 9. Okay. Jet character material suit. Genesis 8 the material suit group provides an easy one-click execution for automatically applying hierarchical material. This is like magic how this works. If you select the individual suit or the eye, mouth, ear, eyelash conformer, you can separately apply materials to those two. Selecting material suit also allows you to apply geometry shells to it and have them look good. Great. This doesn't work with eyelashes, okay? Eyebrows it does, but eyelash, and I think it takes the eyebrows off. It will also bring over your painted on eyebrows, and as you can see, it will also, you can put on your lie textures and tattoos and things like that. This is a very, 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 very great product here. So as well, this one is not on sale, but you get it on sale. I think you can get them both in a bundle too, the male and the female one. Or you can buy the character converter. So the character converter, I'm not so hot on this Rissy character material conversion, Genesis 8 to 9 bundle. Okay, so this is the bundle, and it gives you the character converter and the material conversion. I'm not too hot on their character converter. I would recommend not using them because it takes, you know, I've sat and waited like 2 hours for one figure to convert, it's just not worth doing. It's just use this this and just morph your character's looks onto your Genesis 9 figure. Morph the it creates two morph, a head and a body morph, and as you can see, they have different skin, but they have this exact same face. And so one is Genesis 9, one is Genesis 8. And if you use this material converter here, these this is the one for the male bodysuit. If you use these, you can bring over your skin, and then they'll look exactly the same. Okay, other than the fact that I do believe that this when it converts your Genesis 8 to Genesis 9 material suit, I believe it converts it it converts it to PBR for Genesis 9. The default nipple and navel HD morphs are included in the suits. Okay. Is a conformer. It says it cannot show HD morphs because it is a conformer. The exception is the default nipple and navel morphs, which are included in the suits. So it can be used to put 8 geometry shells over the 9 skin because the material suit is a culling conformer that removes all Genesis 9 geometry underneath. It does actually do that. It's strange how that works. So there's a learning curve, a little bit of weirdity, like you go to try to change the materials under the suit, and it's like they're there, you're changing them, but it does nothing because they're gone. It's this little weird stuff. And then also the eyes, you can delete these eyes that have the Genesis 8 skins on them. You can delete them and put your Genesis 9 eyes in instead, and then put Genesis 9. Because remember, you're putting Genesis 8 skins on Genesis 8 morphs. It creates eyes and creates, for Genesis 8 in your Genesis 9 figure, but you can delete them and put Genesis 9 eyes on them, which it's up to you, okay? So just to reiterate, if the hands are terrible and they're gonna be kind of in a well-lit scene and the hands are gonna be right in front of them or something, don't use a Genesis 8 skin on them unless you have a really nice Genesis 8 skin. Some of the Genesis 8 skins are really up to par. Some of them, the hands are horrible, and you'll just get you'll get your scene done and realize that you have to go back and put a Genesis 9 figure in, put the morphs back on, and then put the hair on, save your pose, put that on, readjust your figure, put the sandals on the Genesis. You have to go and then put another skin on them, because you can't put the Genesis 9 skin on this because it's got that bodysuit that's a Genesis 8 bodysuit. So you actually have to just start over and put everything on him and onto your Genesis 9 figure and do the skin, and then you won't be able to use these any kind of tattoos and things that go with that particular figure. So it's your call, okay? I hope and we'll probably do more videos on converting stuff. You'll see me converting figures all the time. Another thing is that you can convert your figures. You can, and I've done that in the last video, where you can use your this character mixer. You can mix your Genesis 8 figures and create your own Genesis 8 head and body, and then convert that over. Just so you know, that it was Control-Alt-C. That was how I invoked the figure converter, okay? This figure converter, once you have your figure selected and your Genesis 9 figure that you want to convert over, then you hold Control-Alt-C, and that invokes this program. There's no window for it. There's no that you can't find it in your smart content, your content library. It's just hidden in the background, and if you want to invoke it, you select your Genesis 8 character that you want to convert the morphs in the head. So just watch what I did, okay? And then once you've run that character converter, you'll find them in your parameters, okay? You select the Genesis 9 figure, and those new head and body morphs will be in your parameters. So that is going to do it, my friends. Angus has gone to bed. Thank you, Angus, for being here as long as you have, dear friend. Thank you very much. So, okay, I'm going to say it's already saved. So I'm going to click render, and this is going to be it for me tonight. Thank you for watching. If you're watching the stream after it's been recorded, thank you for watching. I wish I could be with you. I just started it. Figured, okay, it's better to have something to watch than nothing, and so I figured I would have a video for you all. Okay, so tomorrow you can have something to enjoy watching and learning from. So thanks again, people. I will see you in the next Ez3DTv tutorial. Good night, and I'm sorry I missed you all. I just started really late. So, okay, take care. Have a great night, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.